So, I mean, we have, obviously there's a massive, still a massive interest in the traditional approach. I mean,
Yeah,
you've got one of
growing.
the biggest, or not, is it the second biggest after Mysore, Mysore program?
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody like documents their,
But there's a
their
lot
numbers
of
so much, but we
students,
have
but
like 140,
yeah,
120
yeah,
each day. And as far as I know, that's one of the bigger
yeah.
communities in the
So it
world.
means,
Yeah.
there's plenty of people that believe in that approach, obviously, and it's still very popular.
Mm-hmm.
Yet there was also a movement towards a little bit less traditional, shall we
Yeah.
say, and trying to accommodate potentially people's differences.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you feel? I mean, I know I'm not asking you maybe to voice an opinion against that sort of approach, but
Mm-hmm.
just where do you feel that is coming from? That, and maybe what are the pitfalls of going down that route,
Well,
without being specific, shall
yeah.
we say?
Well, I understand. I mean, everyone's doing what they think is good,
Yeah.
and right. But I think a lot of the time when people hear something like "stop at this pose,"
Yeah.
it seems punitive.
Yeah.
It's saying like if you can't achieve that, you don't get to do anything else.
Yeah.
But it makes sense to me in a lot of ways in safety. The certain parts of the body have to open up before we can go on to other postures, and it's not right from the beginning obvious about what can be dangerous. So rounding the back,
Mm.
a lot of the poses that come in the second half of primary series, unless the hamstrings have stretched out and the hips have opened, they're going to really round your back quite a bit, even though you might be able to achieve them. But they seem accessible, much more accessible than something like Marichasana D.
Yeah.
Um, but I think Marichasana D serves a purpose. Assuming that the knee is healthy and that it's just a matter of the hip having to open up, then I think that opening has to take place or should take place before you try these other postures, which could compromise your back and lead to a much deeper, problem.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. And I do think the tradition is inclusive. I think everyone is subject to those rules,
Yeah.
and sure, you're going to get some people that are naturally healthy and flexible that'll zip through the series, and then other people that are going to have a hard time with it. And that's going to make a difference if you start measuring your progress in the practice by your progress in asana.
Yes.
But I don't think that's the point of it, and I think that's where the main difference in approaches are. I'm not trying to belittle anybody,
Yeah.
but I think people that are really devoted to the tradition tend to want to go beyond the asana. They want to use the asana as the object of meditation, but what they're looking to is to develop a meditation practice.